Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Well, there's obviously good news today. I just finished a video, uploaded it, about the Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse confirming that there will be a Ripple ICO, potentially it sounds like within the next 12 months, but he made it very crystal clear. That's pretty much the next step that they're going to be taking. Huge news, right? There's also a little bit of bad news in the XRP ecosystem, as the XRP Tip Bot has been permanently disabled on Twitter. It's gone forever. At least that's how it stands right now. I mean, if there's any way to roll that back, we'll see, and I'll give you the specifics as to why, at least what we know to this point. Not, oh my gosh, I hope it changes. But usually when Twitter brings down the hammer in the way that they did, and I'll share with you my thoughts on this, usually that's pretty much it. But we'll see. Other than that, there's another interesting headline here. 46 million XRP moved between anonymous wallets over the past 7 hours, says XRPL Monitor. But before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you would please ever so delicately tap the like button. And if you're a fan of XRP Tip Bot, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel in a show of solidarity or something like that. Or don't, it's fine. I appreciate you stopping by even if you don't want to. We can still be friends, right? All right, let's go ahead and dive in here. The XRPL Monitor Twitter account has reported that over the last 7 hours, 3 large transactions of XRP have been made. The biggest one was 34 million XRP, worth about $7.7 million. The other 2 transactions were 6 million XRP each. So overall, 10.4, well, let's round up, about $10.5 million worth of XRP removed. And so the question is, as the subheading indicates here, is somebody accumulating XRP hoping for a bull run? Well, on January 15th, the XRP price finally surged to the 23-cent level, spiking out of the under 20 cent pit, which it was there for a little while. The highest value it has seen over this period so far was 24 cents on not July. It's definitely not July yet. On January 19th. Since then, the third largest coin has been trading flat between 23 and 22 cents. At the time of writing this article, they note that XRP is at 22.78 cents. Now, the XRP community is one of the most loyal in the crypto industry, and many in this group of investors, mostly retail ones, are always bullish no matter how deep the XRP price sometimes drops. Yeah, I think that's actually fair to say. I mean, of course, there's always going to be people that are kind of flipping out a little bit more than others when there's extreme volatility with the price action of XRP, but it seems to me that in our little XRP community, perhaps more so than other crypto communities, it seems to me that many people get the fact that real-world adoption of a cryptocurrency should instill long-term confidence for the price of that particular cryptocurrency. And so while what I'm stating here certainly is not financial advice because I do not have a financial background, I am highly confident, and I do research, obviously, and talk about XRP probably way too much on a daily basis, but I believe that utility matters and will win the day, and we're continuing to see a real-world adoption here. Then the piece states, when the whale alert account reports extremely large XRP moves, the community either reckons that a dump is coming or a whale is accumulating the asset, which could be the case, but it's also the case that it seems to me anyway, XRP pretty much just follows the price action of Bitcoin. But yeah, I'd say that a notable percentage of XRP community members are what I would classify as long-term holders, and they're very well educated. And there's always new people entering the space and learning about XRP, which is awesome. But there's absolutely a ton of people that have been in the world of XRP and researching and have educated themselves. And to me, if you understand the real-world implications of what can occur thanks to XRP actually being adopted as a bridge currency and for other use cases, like the Coil's doing in terms of third form of web monetization, if you understand the real-world implications, it can make you think, okay, I found something that perhaps the average person has not yet become aware of. And that's how I feel. And that's why I'm happy to put in money that, in case I'm wrong, I'm willing to lose just in the off chance I'm wrong. And again, I'm Mr. XRP Bull. I don't think I'm wrong for a moment. And I continue to purchase more and more XRP until it starts to really go parabolic. And then I'm going to have to, at some point, pause. And I'll be happy to publicly announce whenever I actually tap the pause button. But that has not happened during the life of the Moon Lambo channel here. All right, next, to the XRP Tip Bot. I first learned about this thanks to fellow XRP YouTuber Kevin Cage, who has the voice of an angel, obviously. And he tweeted this out, and there's this little screen cap. You can see here's at XRP Tip Bot, account suspended, and so I went quickly and verified for myself. I mean, not that I doubted it, but still, I just looked, and sure enough, it's gone. So I retweeted that from Kevin Cage and wrote, what the ... question mark, question mark, question mark, exclamation point. And then I tagged Wietse creator of the XRP Tip Bot, and wrote, any word on what happened here? XRP Tip Bot Twitter account suspended. And Wietse did respond to me, and he wrote, you tell me, with a frowny face. So this was news to him as well, and this was earlier today, about 8 hours ago. And so I responded and wrote, yikes, that's awful. Twitter should provide some sort of explanation here. So sorry this happened, and hope it isn't permanent. This is just so out of the blue. And so, not thrilled to see that, but looks like Wietse was caught off guard just as everybody else in the XRP community here. And so, as if you're looking at your screen, it looks like Kramer's pretty shocked as well, and understandably so. And so, Wietse put out another tweet here. Here's the update. Update regarding the XRP Tip Bot account being banned by Twitter. The good news, they replied. The bad news, they say the account will not be coming back. Apparently, my own project, domain name, and source code I wrote is impersonation? ? At Twitter, shame on you. And that's what Wietse wrote. And so here's a screen grab of what they sent to him here. They write, hello, it has come to our attention. This is, again, from Twitter to Wietse. Hello, it has come to our attention that your Twitter account is in violation of the Twitter rules, specifically the policy on impersonation. And then they provide a link. Impersonation is pretending to be another entity in order to deceive and is strictly prohibited. This account has been suspended and will not be restored. Thanks, Twitter. This is kind of terrifying, don't you think? Because clearly there's no impersonation going on whatsoever, as if XRP Tip Bot were an actual human, you know. I mean, I'm an XRP bot after all, but I'm not an XRP Tip Bot. Okay, so, and this happened to other community members out there, like, you know, there was XRP Boy, XRP Research Center, just a couple off the top of my head. They had massive followings that they really grew. People really enjoyed following them on Twitter, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this happened to them. They broke the rule and policy on impersonation, and their accounts were permanently suspended here. This could happen to anybody. And so it makes me, you know, it's like, to what degree do I want to work on growing my following on Twitter? Like, here's mine, 4,551 followers here, a lot smaller than what I have on YouTube. But I'm just sitting here thinking, it's like, it's kind of scary to me, and it should be to anybody else, anybody in the XRP community that, you know, that's participating on Twitter. It's scary, because if you are not using your real name at any moment in time, Twitter might just shut down your freaking account. And that might happen to me one day and that's why I'm just like, to what degree does this make me want to participate further on your platform? Well, it doesn't, you know, and I still participate, but I don't know. I'll tell you what, it really burns my biscuits seeing this happen here. It burns my biscuits, it steams my vegetables, and it grinds my gears, all three at once, simultaneously, and that's a lot of bad stuff happening at once. So I'm just. Now, XRP Crypto Wolf, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of this from the XRP community, but here's what XRP Crypto Wolf tweeted out. He wrote, "Hey Twitter and Jack," so that'd be Jack Dorsey, creator of Twitter. "Can you please give back the XRP Tip Bot to Wietse and the XRP community? Everyone, please help spread the word about this so we can get back the XRP Tip Bot." So it looks like he's kind of leading the movement. And so and there are others, obviously, that I'd seen. I'm just not going to highlight them all. But a lot of activity, and I think there's going to be more to come on in the XRP community on Twitter. People not really too thrilled about this, and for good reason. This is completely bogus. XRP Tip Bot impersonating what? You know, it's Wietse that runs it. It's just completely ridiculous. And it's funny, because here's the last update, you know, that you got from Wietse that I was aware of anyway, about XRP Tip Bot. This is on January 17th. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. This one was from over a year ago, actually. I was just kind of scrolling through, but this was just a tweet about how we made it so that If you're kind of here, I'll just read it. He writes, I just added some XRP Tip Bot security on changing your Twitter handle. The Tip Bot offers you to migrate your balance from your old to your new handle. However, if someone would forget to do this, an attacker could register the old handle and claim the balance, but not anymore. So we kind of fixed that one. All right, next, moving on. This is from Tip Talon, at Tip Talon on Twitter. Moon Lambo tagged me. So if countries and banks are making their own CBDC, that's central bank digital currency, for those not in the know, those who aren't savvy, what happens to the existing fiat currency? Well, to clarify here, and he's got a few questions. That was the first one. So if countries and banks are making their own CBDC, what happens to the existing fiat currency? Well, to clarify here, if you're talking about a central bank digital currency, that could only be created by a central bank. So when you write, if banks are making their own CBDC, now banks can make their own stable coins if they want to. There's like the JP Morgan coin, things like that. And fundamentally, technologically, I don't know if they're that different. It depends if they're actual cryptocurrencies. If they're stablecoin, okay. So if countries are making a cryptocurrency, that would fall under a CBDC because the central bank would be the one, no doubt, creating and issuing that. And so you ask, what happens to the existing fiat currency? Well, my understanding is that there would have to be it would have to be a swap, because you have the way that here's the thing, like for instance, the United States dollar. I would argue it's already digital. It's just not a cryptocurrency, but it's, fine. There's paper money. I got that, of course. And there's metallic currency, which is the bane of my existence. Oh my God, I hate metal money so much. I hate that even more than paper money. But as far as the implementation of this, I do not have any insight as to what that would look like. I haven't seen any articles, period, on what implementation would look like. But my understanding is that with a central bank digital currency, the intent would be to use that in place of what is, the digital United States dollars that are on ledgers the world over. So that's my understanding of it. But as far as implementation, that sounds like a monumental task, and I got to admit, I don't know what that looks like. As soon as I hear anything on that, I would be happy to report back here, but unfortunately, I don't literally know everything. I seek to, but I never will. So there we go. But it's fun. That's one of the things I love about this channel, is we're all just kind of learning together, because I learn from people constantly on Twitter, people that put cool things in the comment section of my YouTube videos, and then I like to share that back with everybody else that's listening. It's a really cool community that we're all part of here. But hopefully we'll get an answer on that at some point in the future. And if anybody does know, if I've missed something, perhaps I'd be happy to share. I would love to share it with the channel, and happy to credit you too. All right, next he asked, and how will the value of XRP change within this scenario? Well, I don't see a case to be made, and I'm open-minded. I don't see a case to be made on how this would affect the value, the price of XRP. What I see, even as central bank digital currencies continue to roll out, which I believe will be the case, I still see right now XRP just following the price action of Bitcoin, and it's in a class of its own, because understand that central bank digital currencies, they're not the same as cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and XRP and Ethereum and the like, that have their own open values on the market. They're not backed by anything. But for instance, you're not going to be trading a United States dollar, presumably anyway. I haven't heard any word of this. If it is the case, then hey, that's news to me, and I don't even know what the hell that would look like. But can you imagine trading the United States dollar, a crypto version of that, on Binance or Coinbase? I don't think that's happening. I really don't. So as far as that, I just think that those are different animals, and I don't see any implication that would, in any sort of way, meaningfully impact the price of XRP or really any cryptocurrency. If anybody has a different opinion on that, I'm certainly open-minded, but I don't see any reason that it would to this point. And then he writes, bonus question, what size bag would you consider to be one that will create generational wealth? Well, that's I want to be careful about this, because I'm proud to be a non-hype channel, and I don't want to get people all excited about for sure creating generational wealth just because you buy a certain amount of XRP. Now look, I'm Mr. XRP Bull, and I'm here for a reason. I'm very clear about that. I think that it will be worth substantially more than it is today. But as far as what you perceive to be generational wealth, it's all relative anyway. Let me think about that a little further. I kind of want to sidestep that, if I'm being totally honest. Look, it's clear that life-changing money has already been made in the crypto asset class, and I suspect, if I had to guess, and again, I no financial background here whatsoever, don't buy or sell because of me, but if I had to guess, the crypto asset class over the next decade is going to outperform the S&P 500, if that tells you something. That would be my guess, okay? But that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything, because of anything that I say or write, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!